I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host, Eric.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about shopping, one of my favorite topics.
Mine too, Eric. Shopping is fun, but it can also be challenging sometimes. There are many words and phrases that we need to know when we go shopping, especially in English.
That's right, Lisa. So today, we're going to explain some words and give you some examples of how to use them in real situations. Are you ready, Lisa?
Yes, I'm ready, Eric. Let's start with the first word. Do you know what debt means, Eric?
Debt. Yes, I do, Lisa. Debt is the money that you owe to someone else, usually a bank or a credit card company. For example, if you buy something with your credit card, you have to pay back the money later. That's your debt.
Exactly, Eric. Debt can be a big problem for some people, especially if they spend more than they earn. If you have too much debt, you might have trouble paying your bills or saving money for the future.
That's true, Lisa. So it's important to be careful with your spending and avoid getting into too much debt. Let's listen to an example dialogue of two friends who are talking about debt.
Hey, Sarah, do you want to go shopping with me this weekend? There's a big sale at the mall.
Sorry, Anna, I can't. I have too much debt. I need to pay off my credit card bills first.
That was a good example. Sarah is in debt. It must be a tough situation for her.
Yes, Lisa, she is. Debt can be very stressful and harmful to your financial health. So, dear watchers, remember to be careful with your spending and avoid getting into too much debt. And if you do have some debt, try to pay it off as soon as possible.
That's right, Eric. We should all be careful not to get into too much debt.
Well, let's move on to the next word. To charge. To charge means to ask someone to pay a certain amount of money for something. For example, if you go to a restaurant, they will charge you for the food and drinks that you order. Or if you take a taxi, they will charge you for the distance that you travel.
Yes, Eric. After the explanation, let's listen to an example dialogue between two customers who are talking about the prices at a store.
Wow, look at this jacket. It's very nice and stylish.
Yes, it is, Rose, but it's also very expensive. They charge $200 for it.
$200? That's too much. I can't afford that.
Me neither, Rose. Maybe we should look for something cheaper.
Yeah, good idea, Alice. Let's go to another store. Maybe they'll charge less.
It was a good example, Lisa. Did you notice how Rose and Alice used the word charge in their conversation?
Yes, I did, Eric. They used it to talk about the price the store asked for the jacket. They think the store charges too much for it.
That's right, Lisa. And Rose said that she can't afford that. That means he doesn't have enough money to buy the jacket.
Yes, I noticed that, Eric. That's another important word we need to know when we go shopping. To afford. Please explain it, Eric.
To afford means to have enough money to buy or do something. For example, if you have a lot of savings, you can afford to buy a car or a house. Or, if you have a good salary, you can afford to travel or eat out.
Exactly, Eric. To afford can also mean to have enough time or energy to do something. For example, if you have a busy schedule, you might not be able to afford to waste time. Or if you have a lot of work, you can't afford to waste any time.
Yes, Lisa. To afford can have different meanings depending on the context. Let's listen to an example dialogue between two friends who are talking about their plans for the weekend.
Hey, Tom, do you want to go to the movies with me this weekend? There's a new action movie I want to see.
Sorry, Jack, I can't. I can't afford to go to the movies right now.
Why not, Tom? Don't you have enough money?
Well, yes, I do, Jack. But I also have a lot of homework and projects to do. I can't afford to spend time on entertainment. I need to focus on my studies.
Oh, I see, Tom. That's too bad. Maybe next time then.
Yeah, maybe next time, Jack. Thanks for inviting me, though.
Did you notice how Tom used the word to afford in his conversation with Jack?
Yes, I did, Lisa. He used it to talk about his time, not his money. He can't afford to go to the movies because he doesn't have enough time to do it. He has other priorities. By the way, Lisa, do you want to go to the movies with me?
Sure, Eric, I'd love to, but only if we can find a movie that we can both afford to watch.
What do you mean, Lisa?
Well, some movies are more expensive than others. They charge different prices depending on the movie, the time, and the theater.
Oh, I see, Lisa. Well, in that case, maybe we should look for a discount. Do you know what a discount means, Lisa?
Yes, I do, Eric. A discount means a reduction in the price of something. For example, if a movie ticket normally costs $10, but they give you a 50% discount, you only have to pay $5. That's a good deal, right?
Yes, Lisa. A discount can help you save money and buy more things.
Yup. A discount can take different forms depending on the situation. Let's listen to the example dialogue of two shoppers who are looking for discounts at a store.
Look at this dress, Jane. It's so beautiful and elegant.
Yes, it is, Mary. But they charge $500 for it. It's too expensive.
$500? That's too much. I didn't see the label. I can't afford that.
We should look for something cheaper.
Yeah, let's go to the clearance section. Maybe they have some discounts there.
Let's go.
That was a good example, Lisa. Did you notice they used both discount and to afford that we have learned just before?
Yes, I did, Eric. They said that they couldn't afford the dress. It shows they don't have enough money to buy it.
Yes, Lisa. Thank you for explaining afford again.
It was a pleasure for me, Eric. And that's all for today's podcast. Thank you for listening to the Simply Explained podcast. We hope you learned something new and had some fun.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next video with more words to explain. Until then, stay curious and stay happy.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Some words in a simple and funny way. I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host, Eric.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we will be talking about the second part of shopping vocabulary.
Shopping is something that many people enjoy, but it can also be challenging if you don't know the right words and phrases to use.
Exactly, Lisa. That's why we're going to teach you some useful vocabulary and expressions related to shopping in this video.
Woohoo, let's get started! The first word we want to teach you is to try on.
To try on.
To try on. Eric, can you explain what it means?
To try on means to put on a piece of clothing or a pair of shoes to see if they fit or look good on you. In short, to test something by wearing it. For example, if you go to a clothing store, you might want to try on some jeans or a shirt before you buy them.
That's right, Eric. And where can you try on clothes or shoes in a store?
Well, usually there is a special area in the store called the fitting room or the dressing room where you can try on clothes or shoes in private.
That's good to know, Eric. And what do you say to the salesperson when you want to try on something?
Well, you can say something like, "Can I try this on?" Or "Where can I try this on?" Or "Do you have a fitting room?" And if you need a different size or color, you can ask, "Do you have this in a smaller size?" Or "Do you have this in blue?"
Very good, Eric. Now let's listen to a short dialogue that shows how to use to try on in a real situation.
Hi, I'm looking for a dress for a party. Do you have anything in red?
Yes, we have some red dresses over here. What size are you?
I'm not sure, maybe a medium.
Okay, here are some medium red dresses. You can try them on in the fitting room over there.
Thank you.
That was a nice dialogue.
Yes, I agree with you, Lisa. Okay, let's move on to the next word. Window shopping.
Window shopping.
Window shopping. Lisa, can you explain what it means?
Sure, Eric. Window shopping means to look at the goods in the store windows without buying anything. For example, if you walk along a street with many shops and you see something that catches your eye, you can stop and look at it for a while. That's window shopping.
It's a nice explanation, Lisa.
Do you like window shopping, Eric?
Well, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood and my budget.
I see. I like window shopping because it's fun and relaxing. I can see what's new and what's trendy without spending any money.
I understand, Lisa. But sometimes window shopping makes me want to buy things that I don't need or can't afford.
That's true, Eric. That's why you have to be careful and control yourself when you window shop.
That's true, Lisa. Now let's listen to a short dialogue that shows how to use window shopping in a real situation.
Hey, Kelly, do you want to go shopping with me?
Sure, Rosa. Where do you want to go?
Let's go to the mall. There are many stores there.
Okay, but I don't have much money to spend.
That's okay, Rosa. We can just do some window shopping.
All right, that sounds fun. Let's go then.
That was a nice dialogue, Lisa. Did you notice how Rosa and Kelly used window shopping and other related words?
Yes, I did, Eric, and I think our viewers did too. Now, let's move on to the next word, checkout.
Checkout.
Checkout. Eric, can you explain what it means?
Sure, Lisa. Checkout means to pay for the goods that you have selected in a store. It's the final step of the shopping process. For example, if you buy some groceries at a supermarket, you have to go to the checkout counter or the cashier to pay for them.
That's good to know, Eric. And what do you say to the cashier when you are at the checkout?
Well, you can say something like, "Hello, how are you?" Or "Thank you, have a nice day," or "I need a bag," or "Can I have a receipt?" And if you have any questions or problems, you can ask, "How much is this?" or "Can I return this?"
Very good, Eric. Now, let's listen to a short dialogue that shows how to use checkout in a real situation.
John, I'm done shopping. Do you want to go now?
Yes, I do. Where is the checkout?
It's over there, near the entrance.
Okay, let's go then.
Did you understand the dialogue, Lisa?
Yes, I did. It was very simple. The woman finished her shopping and asked John if he wanted to go, and then John asked where the checkout was.
Yes, Lisa. And what do you think about how they paid for the shopping, credit card or cash?
I think they paid it with credit cards because many people use credit cards.
Yes, I agree, Lisa. Do you prefer to pay with cash or a card when you go to the checkout?
Well, I prefer to pay with the card because it's more convenient and safe. I don't have to carry a lot of cash with me. What about you?
I prefer to pay with cash because it's more physical and easy. I can see how much money I have and how much I spend.
I understand, Eric. But sometimes paying with cash can be slow and annoying. You have to wait for the change and count the coins.
That's true, Lisa. But sometimes paying with a card can be risky and complicated. You have to remember your PIN and check your balance.
It's true as well, Eric, but using a credit card is easier for me anyway. Okay, let's move on to the last word, to bargain.
To bargain.
To bargain. Do you know what it means?
To bargain. Is it when you negotiate the price of something with the seller?
Sure, Eric. To bargain means to negotiate the price of something with the seller. It's a way of trying and to get a lower price or a better deal. For example, if you go to a flea market or a street vendor, you might bargain with them to get a cheaper price for a souvenir or a gift.
That's right, Lisa. And do you like to bargain?
Well, sometimes I do, but sometimes I feel shy or embarrassed to bargain.
I know what you mean, Lisa. Bargaining can be difficult, but it can also be fun and useful.
That's true, Eric. And what about you? Do you like to bargain?
Well, I like to bargain, but I'm not very good at it. I always end up paying more than I should.
Oh, it's funny, Eric. Maybe you need some practice.
Yes, I should, Lisa.
Okay, now let's listen to a short dialogue that shows how to use to bargain in a real situation.
Wow, look at this scarf. It's so beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's made of silk and hand-painted.
So, how much is it?
It's $50, but for you, I'll give you a special price. $45.
$45? That's too expensive. Can you lower the price?
Well, this is a very high-quality scarf. I can't go lower than $40.
$40? That's still too much. How about $30?
$30? No, that's too low. How about $35?
$35? Okay. I'll take it.
Okay, deal. Here you go.
Thank you.
And that was a nice dialogue, Eric. They bargained hard. It was a good example of how to bargain well.
Yes, I think so, Lisa. Sarah was very good at bargaining. She managed to get the scarf for $35, which is $15 less than the original price.
That's right, Eric. She was very persistent and confident. She didn't accept the first offer, and she kept asking for a lower price.
That's true, Lisa. But the vendor was also very smart. He started with a high price and he pretended that he couldn't go lower than $40. He made Sarah think that she was getting a great deal.
That's a good point, Eric. Maybe we can do a special video on bargaining in the future.
That sounds like a great idea, Lisa. I'm sure our viewers would appreciate that too.
Yes, I agree. Okay, let's wrap up this video. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to all our viewers for watching. See you next time on Simply Explained English. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Some words in a simple and funny way. I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host, Eric.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're still talking about travel vocabulary, aren't we, Lisa?
That's right, Eric. We haven't finished the theme of travel yet. We talked about landmark, accommodation, and delay in the last lesson. So, today, we will talk about voyage, coastal, sightseeing, and to take off.
Exactly, Lisa. We all love to travel, don't we? We like to visit new places, meet new people, and experience new cultures.
Yes, we do, Eric. There are so many words in English that we can use to talk about travel. So, let's start with our first word, voyage.
Voyage, that's a nice word. It means a long journey, usually by sea or in space. For example, you can say, she went on a voyage around the world on a cruise ship. Or he dreamed of going on a voyage to Mars.
That's right, Eric. Voyage is a noun, and the verb form is voyage too. For example, you can say, they voyaged across the Atlantic Ocean in a sailboat. She is voyaging to the moon with a team of astronauts.
Wow, those are some amazing examples, Lisa. I would love to voyage to the moon someday. How about you?
Me too, Eric. That would be awesome. But for now, let's listen to a short dialogue that uses the word voyage. Here it is.
Hi, Max. How was your voyage to Antarctica?
It was incredible, Anna. I saw so many penguins, seals, and whales, and the icebergs were huge and beautiful.
Wow, that sounds amazing. How long did it take you to get there?
Well, it was a long voyage. It took us 2 weeks to sail from Argentina to Antarctica and back.
2 weeks? That's a long time.
That was a nice dialogue, wasn't it? Max had a wonderful voyage to Antarctica. I'm sure he has a lot of stories to tell.
Yes, he does, Lisa. And I'm sure Anna is very curious to hear them. Maybe they can have a coffee and chat about his voyage.
Maybe they can, Eric. Or maybe they can watch our video and learn some more words about travel.
That's a good idea, Lisa. And speaking of video, let's move on to our next word, coastal.
Coastal. That's another nice word. It means related to the coast, which is the land along the sea or ocean. For example, you can say, she lives in a coastal town in California. Or, he likes to go hiking in the coastal mountains.
That's right, Lisa. Coastal is an adjective, and the noun form is coast. For example, you can say, they drove along the coast and enjoyed the scenery. Or, she loves to collect shells on the coast. Okay, let's listen to a short dialogue that uses the word coastal. Here it is.
Hi, Kelly. How was your vacation in Spain?
It was great, Tom. I had a lot of fun and relaxation.
Where did you stay?
I stayed in a coastal city called Barcelona. It's a beautiful and lively place.
I've heard of Barcelona. It's famous for its architecture and culture, right?
Yes, it is. I visited some amazing buildings and I also enjoyed some delicious food and music.
That sounds wonderful. Did you go to the beach too?
Of course. The coastal weather was perfect for sunbathing and swimming, and the coastal views were stunning.
That was a nice dialogue. Kelly had a great vacation in a coastal city. I'm sure she has a lot of memories to cherish.
Yes, she does, Lisa. And I'm sure Tom is very happy for her. Maybe he can join her on her next trip.
Maybe Eric, or maybe he can watch our video and learn some more words about travel.
That's a good idea, Lisa. Let's move on to our next word, sightseeing.
Sightseeing. That's another nice word. It means visiting and looking at places of interest, especially as a tourist. For example, you can say, she went sightseeing in Paris and saw the Eiffel Tower. Or, he likes to go sightseeing in his own city and discover new things.
And now, to help you understand the context, let's listen to a short dialogue that uses the word sightseeing. Here it is.
Hi, Mia. How was your trip to Japan?
It was awesome, Jack. I had a blast.
What did you do there?
I did a lot of sightseeing. I visited Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima.
Wow, that's a lot of places. That sounds amazing.
That was a nice dialogue, wasn't it? Mia did a lot of sightseeing in Japan, I'm sure. She learned a lot about the history and culture of Japan.
Yes, she did, Lisa. And I'm sure Jack is very interested in her pictures. Maybe he can learn something from them too. Okay, now, let's move on to our last word, take off.
To take off. That's another nice word. It means to leave the ground and start flying, especially for an airplane. For example, you can say, the plane took off on time. Or, he was nervous when the plane took off.
That's right, Lisa. To take off is a phrasal verb, and the noun form is take off. For example, you can say, the takeoff was smooth and fast, or she watched the takeoff from the window. Lisa, can you give us a short example dialogue of using the word to take off?
Sure, Eric. How about this?
Hi, Tina. How was your flight to New York? Did you have any problems at the airport?
No, not really. Everything went smoothly.
How about the takeoff? Was it scary?
No, not at all. It was actually quite exciting. I love the feeling of taking off and flying in the air.
That's a nice dialogue. Do you like flying, Eric?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I like flying. I think it's exciting and fun.
Me too, Eric. What's your favorite part of flying?
That's a good question, Lisa. I think I like the takeoff the most.
That's a nice dialogue. Do you like flying, Eric?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I like flying. I think it's exciting and fun.
Me too, Eric. What's your favorite part of flying?
That's a good question, Lisa. I think I like the takeoff the most.
Really? Why?
Because it's thrilling. I like the feeling of speed, lift, and freedom.
I see. I like the takeoff too, but I also like the landing.
Why?
It's relieving. I like the feeling of safety, arrival, and accomplishment.
I see. I like the landing too.
Well, okay. Thank you for listening to the Simply Explained podcast. We hope you learned something new and had some fun.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next video with more words to explain. Until then, stay curious and stay happy.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.